Hi friends, shalom again. Jonathan Feldstein, second time in a day on the balcony. It's becoming very famous. It's a beautiful sunset at the moment, and there's just been another, first of all, just concluded a fabulous webinar here on YouTube, and the Inspiration from Zion podcast this week. Something you're definitely going to want to listen to and follow. So we just got another siren alert that there's about to be a siren in this area. It may or may not come, as last time was a bit of a, I don't know, it didn't happen. But as I was standing in this point with you looking at me, behind my head from this perspective, we saw the missiles coming in right behind my head at about minute number 7. Find that video and watch it. It's quite remarkable. I didn't realize it until the end. But right now, it's unfortunately very cloudy, and I don't know when we might see, but I'm just standing here to give you a view, and we'll see if we see anything before there's an air raid siren. This is now looking east. You see the sunset in Jerusalem. If actually, you can see it, but you don't know where to look. Straight out there, above that little grassy green area in the middle, is the Temple Mount, and you can see the glittering of the Golden Dome on the Temple Mount when the sun is setting like this. It's just a little too hazy at the moment, but here's a lovely panorama of Jerusalem. Look at that, we're so close. And again, in the distance here, between those mountains on a clear day, you can see the skyline of Amman, Jordan. And then over here, you can see the mountains of Jordan. In any event, coming in from somewhere in the east, from Iran, is now missile alert that could trigger an air raid siren here in Judea, where I am, and the Dead Sea, which is just to where you see the land drop off. And actually you can see it's actually stunning. You can see the mountains of the Judean desert there, and after that drops off, below there is the Dead Sea, and behind that is the are the mountains of Jordan. And so they're saying that there may be rockets coming in. I don't know if they're going to come in like this and go over my head. I don't know if they're coming in from further south, straight over Jordanian territory from here. It's a little bit unclear what that might look like, and when that might happen. I'm going to stay out here for a little bit longer and see if there's anything to share with you. Earlier when you were looking at the video facing me, I mentioned the Palestinian Arab school. That's it, with the green gate, and just to the side of the gate with binoculars you can see the mural of Yasser Arafat, the PLO terrorist leader, who unfortunately is what these Palestinian Arab children see as they go into school every day. That's just a horrific thought, that that's their role models, that they don't have any other role models other than terrorist leaders. But it's a very quiet day out here. It's been hazy the last number of days, which prevents you from really seeing the stunning beauty, especially at this hour as the sun's going down. Just curious, there's nothing in the sky. Probably what will happen is there will be an air raid siren, which will send me to finish this before I'm actually able to stand out here and continue to broadcast. But what's interesting is, as I'm showing you this view specifically with the sky, maybe you'll see something before I do even. If they come from this direction, hard to say. It'll be right over the airspace of Amman, Jordan, right across the valley here. You see some birds hanging out. At the moment, not too many kids playing in the park. Here we go. The rocket air raid sirens are now coming in different parts. Beersheba, south. So that's south of me, a good bit in the Negev desert. That means there are definitely rockets detected. Don't know if that will be here, as in what was just indicated, Judea. or the Dead Sea. Yerucham, also desert in the Negev, but they're going for cities in the Negev. They're probably aiming for Dimona, which is not only a city, but where Israel's nuclear reactor is. I don't know if we would hear in previous videos I've done here, you hear the booms of the interception of missiles that take place in Jerusalem and to the west, to the center of Israel. I don't know, the Negev may be a little bit too far, and we are maybe a little bit too high up with an elevation of 2,400 feet. Ofakim, everything's in the south so far. They're coming in a lot, the air raid sirens. Ben Gurion College, yeah, oh wow. They're going heavily into the Negev desert, deep into the Negev. So deliberately focusing on that area for probably military and strategic reasons. But as you see, Nokdim, actually that's just across here. That's very interesting. Behind this building in front of me is Kfar Nokdim. I don't hear, it's often we can hear sirens from other communities, but that's a little bit too far away. And strange that there would be just that one, because there are 3-4 other communities next door to Nokdim that are just on the edge, just how I showed you here, the edge of the desert. So Nokdim, if you follow that line to the left of the desert, just beyond this building is Nokdim and Tekoa and other cities. It seems like the sirens have stopped. I'm going to give it another 30 to 34 seconds, and we'll see if there's anything else to share with you. But here, quiet, serene day, cars driving, beautiful sunset, and ballistic missiles coming from the Islamic Republic of Iran. My hope is that we continue to hit them heavily, strongly, with tremendous success, and that sooner or later, as we are now on day 5 of this escalation, since Israel's miraculous taking out of weapons that it has. By the way, here, if you're curious about what's in between, you see the Israeli flags flying in the middle? So that's the northern outskirts of Efrat, where I live. And then above that is a Palestinian Arab area, and then just beyond that is Jerusalem. It's all so terribly close. Terribly close. Okay, friends, barring any other excitement, I hope this is the last time I'm out here for the day. Thank you for following. God bless. Stay safe.